everybody, it's your boy Nautical. Welcome back to Destiny. We're about to talk about the reveal stream for Age of Triumph that Bungie just talked about. So make sure you sit back, relax, and we're going to go over a couple of things that you should be interested in before March 28th hits. So let's talk raids. Raids are the lifeblood of Destiny, and it's the one activity in the game other than Trials of Osiris that brings hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people to see what the new raid has to offer as soon as it releases with a given expansion. The fact that we're getting all 3 raids redone and brought up to current light level is amazing. Bungie, thank you for finally doing it. That is something that the Destiny community has always wanted, and these are some of the things that they're going to add to these raids that we're going to play starting March 28th. So there will be a new suite of rewards from every raid when you go into it. The biggest thing to note is when you go into a raid, your gear will drop at the light level you're at. If you're at light level 400, all your gear will drop at light level 400. Also, if raid doesn't have a raid sparrow or ghost, there's a chance that you're going to be able to get those in this raid. They didn't say with 100% that it's going to be in all the raids, but they did say if it doesn't have it, there's a chance you will be able to get it. They're updating all the raids to have different, not say mechanics, but there will be different things in a raid that's going to throw you off compared to what you used to do in like the original perks. So like in Vote Glass, they got rid of the cheese spot that you used to use the icebreakers on the Templar to take them out. So little things like that they took out. They did say that the Oracle fight will be a little bit shorter. So you're not really looking at mechanical changes, but you're looking at changes overall that's going to make the experience either faster or the fact that you just can't go in and do the little cheese that you were able to do before. So Nautical, how do you play all the different raids? Are they going to be available day one? Well, glad you asked that, guys. Question is no, not at day one. March 28th will be the first day that you'll be able to partake in running any of the old raids at the newer light level, and the first one will be Crota's Inn. They are going to release these on a weekly basis over the course of the month of April. Now, Crota's Inn is going to be the first one. It's revamped. It's going to be in the featured playlist when it comes to Nightfalls, right in the director. You'll be able to click on the director and you'll be able to see all the different options that you have just for that raid for that week. Now, the cool thing about that is there are going to be ornaments that you can earn strictly by doing the featured weekly raid. And the reward you get from that is the ornaments. Well, how do you get ornaments? There were no ornaments in year 1 Destiny, so what are they doing? Well, let me tell you what they're doing. They're adding new challenge modes to the original raids. We have no idea what those are going to be, but they did announce that those will be accessible only through the weekly playlist when it comes to that respective raid. Now, that's just for the first week. Second week is going to be everybody's favorite, Vote Glass. Same thing, ornaments enabled if you do the challenge mode, and all challenges, if I didn't say before, will be active during the weekly playlist. So when Wrath of the Machine comes up, instead of it just being Vosix or Axis like it is now, you'll have access to both of them. And you can challenge yourself to do both in one raid and get even more rewards, which is a really, really cool thing. And I appreciate them doing that. No reason for you to have to wait a whole week just to get the stuff that you want when you can do it in one swoop and have even more chances of getting even better loot. So ornaments are going to be in all of the raids now. You will have new gear in all the raids, and on top of that, challenge mode in all the raids. Now, like I said, first week is going to be Crota. Second week is going to be Vote Glass. Third week is going to be King's Fall. Last week is going to be recycled right back around to Wrath of the Machine. Then it's going to repeat all over again. I don't know if they're going to flip Crota's Inn and Vote Glass starting the next month. That's something we have to wait till then to see if that's what they're going to do, since Vote Glass was the first raid, or are they going to just keep with this same pattern? Me personally, these are really, really good ideas. I love it. I love it to death. This is going to be super fun for all those raiders out there. Jerker, I'm looking at you, man. You're going to be a real busy person when it comes to running these raids over the next couple of months, and it's just super fun to do. Also, before I forget, like I said earlier, you're not able to play any of the newer raids, or should I say the revamped raids, until they hit the feature weekly playlist when it comes to the raids. But once they do, they are completely unlocked and you can play them anytime in any rotation. Just can't do the challenge modes because the challenge modes will not be enabled unless it is the feature weekly raid. Once 4 weeks goes by, every raid will be accessible to the highest light level, and you'll be able to get as much gear and weapons and everything as you want. And also, elemental primaries are coming back. They really didn't say exactly how they would work, but they did say in the 3rd weekly reveal stream, which is going to be the one which I believe is March 22nd, you're going to get a lot of information on that one when it comes to the sandbox changes and how elemental primaries are going to be factored into the way the sandbox reacts to having those come back. So heck yeah, Fatebringer with arc damage, can't wait. Now, this record book for Age of Triumphs is the biggest one they've given us so far for Destiny. 13 pages of stuff to do. And it's really cool just to, you know, see all the different ways that they're gonna, you know, celebrate the fact that some people have been playing Destiny since the beginning. You know, nothing shows this more than this very first bubble where they say this is for the people that play any type of Destiny and completed a activity between launch and the dark below. If you're one of those people like me that's been here since day one and you completed different raids, you beat Vote Glass, you did all this stuff, you're gonna automatically have this bubble unlocked. There's no way for you to get this if you didn't. So if you have, congratulations, you're part of the lifelong, you know, team of people that's just been supporting this game since day one. If not, you still can complete this record book without having even finished this, because they said you only have to really complete 75% of the book, you know, to be able to unlock all the rewards. This is a really cool thing just to see. You know, Bungie has always been afraid to implement something into a game that everybody's doesn't have access to, and this is the first time they have. Now, I don't know if this stuff is going to carry forward. It would be a shame if it doesn't, because I know they did say the only thing is your appearance and your character class is going to transfer. If the things in this book transfer over, it's a nice little nod to say, hey, you did this in Destiny and this is what we want to reward you with, on top of whatever else they want to give us in Destiny 2. So that's a really good idea. I really like that. You also get a reward for if you did anything between House of Dark Below and House of Wolves. Really cool. You also get something if you did something between House of Wolves and King's Fall. Cool. Outside of that, then they have another one for the hardcore people that just joined up, fought the darkness, killed Oryx, and you did something between the Taken King and Rise of Iron. Something for everybody in this book. That's a really cool thing. That's what I like about this first page the most. It just commemorates the struggles you had in Destiny, you know, period. Either you're a day one player, a year 2 player, year 3 player, just picked up Destiny for the first time 20 minutes ago, you have an option to still get all the stuff that happened, you know, during this time of the game. Next page, we have the story missions that you can complete. Basically, if you complete each storyline in the game for these different sections, they will all add up to giving you a cool emblem that I actually show on the screen right here. Really cool, just something to give you just for completing the story in Destiny. A lot of people probably haven't done this, especially people that just started playing recently, like over the last year or so, never went back and played those original missions. So this is a really good time to go back and do that. And these are all retroactive, so if you go do them now, they will pop for you in the March 28th update. Okay, so the next 3 pages are all going to be class specific triumphs on your Titan, Hunter, and Warlock. So page 4 is for your Titan, page 5 is for the Hunter, page 6 is for your Warlock. 250 melee kills I see is one of them. You have the Crucible quest, the mountaintop that you need to complete on each character. That isn't a retroactive thing across all your characters when it comes to this moment of triumph. It is applied when it comes to just the Crucible overall. So if you did it on one, you don't have to do it on all for you to collect the weekly reward by doing a bounty. But in order to get your Age of Triumph page done for just your class specific character, you have to go in and do the mountaintop. So this is probably a good time to start on it. I mean, even if you start on it later, that still will help you pop it later. But that is probably going to be the one thing that a lot of people haven't done. So make sure you do that. And on top of that, get you some super kills while you're at it too, because that is something that you get. And there is an emblem awarded at the end of each page completion for each class. So depending on what that emblem is, it might be very, very worth your time to go in there and do it. Now, page 7 is self-explanatory. It's got strikes on it. Biggest thing that I see here is complete 20 strikes, revive 10 fallen teammate, get 500 precision kills, complete a nightfall within the 30-minute time limit. Those are some of the ones that they showed on the screen. So complete these as you're just doing your weekly strikes, and you'll complete this one pretty quick. A lot of people, if they make this one retroactive, which I don't know if they are, a lot of these might already be done for you as soon as you boot up. All right, page 8 is all about the Crucible. Same thing as strikes here. Biggest thing to note is the fact that none of this stuff is retroactive. You have to do this after March 28th, after the update comes out. Some of the bubbles they showed was control or cap at least 30 capture points in control, get 10,000 points in Rumble, collect 30 dead ghosts in just private matches, PvP overall, and win 30 matches in the Crucible. And page 9 is all about raids. Like we said earlier, all the raids are being bumped up to 390 light. They also put challenges in there for you to be able to complete those. So once you complete each 390 light raid, you'll get a bubble filled in for your Age of Triumph. It's also a bubble for raid insignia. Basically collect all 9 of the emblems earned through the challenge modes, and you'll unlock that bubble too. It looks like they have one that's called Silence Falls, where it has a clock on it. So I don't know if that's going to be a speed run for a certain raid or something like that, but hey, that's going to be something else to look forward to on March 28th. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I think page 10 is going to be one of the funner pages to do. Page 10 is all about collecting. It's anything from collecting the ships, which you can either collect 75 to fill out the bubble, get 100 shaders to get made in the shade, get 55 exotics, which is pretty much, I think, all the exotics. Collect all the exotics and you'll get that shader, and then get 5,000 Grimoire score, which is another bubble, and collect, it doesn't say how many actual sparrows you need to collect, but collecting the sparrows will also do that too. Now, they did recognize that a lot of people may have been deleting ships and sparrows as time went on just because of vote space overall. So they did say if you go into the kiosk and you pull them out, it will actually give you credit for actually owning it. So you won't see it. So when you first pull up the page, it may say you only have 5 sparrows or 5 ships. Go into your collection, into those kiosks, and you'll be able to open them and pull them all out, delete them, rinse and repeat until you get all the ones that are in your vote. Some of us might be really close to that 75 already. And they did say there are more than 75 ships in the game. That's just the number they chose for you to be able to hit that bubble so you can complete it. Page 11, all about the people that like to go around and look for stuff. The Wanderer page, basically this one speaks to collecting the dead ghosts, which is 130 that you need to collect. You need to collect 25 of the Siva dormant fragments. You need to do 20 public quests and get gold ranking on them, but you need to go disturb the remains inside the Cosmodrome. And anybody that hasn't seen that, just Google Year 1 loot caves and you'll find it. Page 12 is where you show your allegiance. Basically, every faction has a faction quest at rank 25 that you can get to get a faction class item. That's an exotic version of it. If you hit that, you actually complete the bubble for this. Now, it doesn't say if you have to complete it to actually get it or just hit rank 25 to get it. You also get one for hitting rank 5 in Iron Banner, and there's a really cool emblem that he mouses over to show you that I'll put on the screen right now that you can see that you get when you complete this page of Age of Triumph. Now, the final page of the record book is basically tied to Trials of Osiris. The Lighthouse is one of the rewards that you have to get on here, but you do not have to complete every last bubble on this page in order to complete the page. It only takes 6 actual bubbles to complete it, where there's 7 bubbles on here. So either get the Wrecking Ball medal or get flawless lighthouse run and you'll be able to complete this page. Me personally, probably the flawless is a little bit easier than a wrecking ball unless you're using a super, which I mean I guess isn't too hard, especially if you got a warlock and you nova bomb the cat point, because everybody likes to wait to the cat point now. But that shouldn't be too hard. I know a lot of people are going to be super anxious to try to get its boss to run them to the lighthouse if they haven't, but cool, glad they did this. If you ever been to the lighthouse, that bubble will be unlocked. If you ever got a wrecking ball, that medal will be unlocked, so you don't have to worry about scrounging through to get that. You also do have to get the 30 kills with sidearms, or not sidearms but special, because sidearms are basically the secondaries right now. But I think everything in this is retroactive just because of the lighthouse trip and the wrecking ball medal. I think those are all retroactive. Hopefully everything else is too, just so you don't really have to do as much. Most people should already have this done. If it is, if you haven't, it shouldn't take you that long to complete it. All right, guys, well, that's the end of the stream. Appreciate you guys sticking by, watching this whole video. A positive rating would be definitely appreciated if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification button to make sure that you know when these videos go live. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's reveal stream when it comes to the Week of a Guardian. That's going to take place at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and we're going to be right here next week talking about what they say in that one in a video form. Definitely appreciate you guys for watching it this far. Make sure you share this video with all your friends and put it on any different social media site that you'd like to watch, because that definitely helps the channel out. But with that being said, guys, I will see you guys later, and thanks for watching and have a good week. Peace.